Hi there, Anna, Alchemist of the Art. So welcome to my channel. Whether you are new or whether you are returning, I bid you welcome. This is going to be a full moon reading. I'm filming it at the time of the full moon, July 2022. However, do take this as a timeless reading. If it pops up in your feed at another point in the future, whether you've watched it before or not, there might be multiple messages for you at different times. So please, don't feel put off that I am filming it at that full moon. But for those of you who are watching it as I release it, do just tune into the energy. Feel free to comment the pile if you feel called. And then if you do come back to it at a later point, you'll know which one you've already watched. I always find it very interesting when readings come back around to see which piles you're called to at different times. So, as a quick reminder, my readings are always a read of the current energy. Time is very fluid and is independent sovereign beings. We can make any decision at any point in time which can shift the course of events and therefore adjust the timeline of everything that happens thereafter. So please never take a reading as a fixed outcome into the future. Some people read that way, but I do not. I want to give you the most powerful message I can in the present moment to assist you to feel empowered, to make empowered decisions about the way you want to move forwards. If you hear something that you don't like or that you don't want, then please feel free. You can make decisions to shift the outcome, to change the future timeline. That is your power. And I hope I can assist you with seeing this energy for as it is right now and being able to read and interpret it for you. The theme of this reading is the messages I most need to hear right now. So I'm using my artwork again. I always feel, sometimes I just feel really cool to do so, and today is one of those days. I do have oracle cards underneath for each pile. So 3 piles to choose from. You might feel drawn to more than one. You might feel drawn to only one. You might not feel a very strong pull to any of them, but do take a moment, tune in with your intuition, and just see which one is calling to you. And as a reminder, if you would like a personal reading, they are available. All of my information is listed in the description box below. That is my official information. I don't have any other Instagram accounts or any other accounts of any kind other than the ones listed. So please only respond to those. So pile number 1 is Amethyst today. And this piece of artwork, which is to heal a broken heart. Move a bit closer so you can see. And these are my original bind rune artwork prints. These are all available in my Etsy store as well. Pile number 2 today, sorry, I went with your crystal first, is this peach moonstone, which felt very fitting for the full moon. And this artwork is to find the path through darkness. And pile number 3 today is the now this is supposed to be a Herkimer diamond, but it isn't double terminated, so I'll call it a diamond point. I don't know, but it's beautiful and it's got the most gorgeous inclusions. I love this piece. And for pile number 3, your artwork is called Finding Strength. So take your moment, pause the video if needed, go with which pile you feel called. I'm going to stop the video and I'll start with pile 1, but all of the timestamps will be listed below, and I will see you in your reading. Take care. Hi there, pile 1. If you were drawn to this pile, then this is your reading. Your artwork of choice today was to heal a broken heart. Now, this is very much to assist with pain, with grief, any kind of loss. It doesn't have to be a lover's heartbreak. It could be anything. The loss of a loved one, the loss of a job, all kinds of things trigger grief and heartache within our life. So that is very much the purpose of this bind rune. Okay, I'm going to put that there. Hopefully Hopefully you can see that. Let's adjust this. I do have some little stands, you know. I'm going to have to bring those out. I've got some oracle cards here. I was going to do runes then tarot, but I've actually been guided to do tarot then runes over the top, which is fine. I'm happy to do that. No, I'll get your oracle cards first. So we have Eagle, see from a higher perspective, Prometheus, altruism, and Union. Okay, very, very interesting. So for some of you, this could very much be a literal heartbreak. You could be recovering from a heartbreak, a loss of some kind. I don't want to make it just about love. It could be a loss of something that was very, very dear to you. And you're being called at this time. The message you need to hear, in a nutshell, feels like seeing beyond the pain. Seeing beyond the pain. And I know this sounds really, really trite when you were in the middle and the depths of it. But all pain has purpose. We can, you know, I am alchemist of the arts because the alchemist takes lead and turns it into gold. We take the things that happen to us as spiritual alchemists. We can take our life experience and turn them into our gold. With Prometheus, altruism, getting the message that there may be a way you can help others through some of the experiences that you've been through. And I feel like with Union, it's bringing you to this higher understanding of self. It feels like an inner union, a sense of coming together, of oneness within that allows you to shift and to traverse some of these really difficult circumstances. It's like there's no getting away from what happened. There's no taking away what happened. But what we can do is re-identify our identity with the pain. I'm trying to put this in there. It's a really complicated way of phrasing that, sorry. It's how we identify with what's happened to us. So accepting that is something that happened in the past, but I am no longer that person. That person really no longer exists because you are the person in the present moment. And obviously those experiences carry their weight, but it is possible to move beyond them. And I feel like this is what you're being called to do. And it might be very much so that you're not in a place where you feel like you can do this right now. And for some of you, it's the thought of even healing past it might make you feel quite angry. But it is possible. It will be possible. And in time, you know, it takes as long as it takes. Healing takes as long as it takes. I don't want to tell you it takes a long time, but I don't want to tell you that you should have had this sorted because that isn't how it works. As a reminder, while I'm shuffling, personal readings are available if you would like one. But also do be mindful, especially on Instagram, that I only have one account. And please do check the spelling of the name because there have been imposter accounts. You'll always spot an imposter account by the fact the pictures have all been posted within a couple of days. They'll have thousands of followers and probably no comments or likes. Anyway, let's get your tarot for you. The High Priestess, yeah. Interesting. So for some of you, if this is related to love, something that you lost, it's almost like if you're manifesting, if you're trying to manifest a union, perhaps, or hoping somebody will return after a heartbreak, after a loss of some kind, it doesn't have to be a person. It's almost like you're in and out with your focus, your commitment to the focus, and you're just being guided to commit to what you want, to get to a clear view of what you want, see from this higher perspective. And then you're going to be able to move towards it quite quickly. What does Pile 1 need to know, please? Yeah, the Moon and Temperance. It's like things are coming to light. This seeing from a higher perspective, maybe seeing what hasn't yet come to light. But I feel like you are going to see some of these higher truths and that they will help you to heal. For others of you, if you've been waiting for a sign, if you've been waiting for closure of some kind, with this High Priestess not being fully upright in the Knight of Swords, you might find that when you just forgive yourself and release the attachment to what happened and just say, okay, I know this happened. I know how much it hurt me. I cannot change that now. This person is probably never going to apologize. They may never come forwards and do the right thing, but it doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to heal and move on. Even if you're putting blame upon yourself in some way, it's like saying, you know, don't allow this to prevent you from moving forwards with your life. Sometimes we hold ourselves to a particular circumstance that keeps us from fully moving on because we feel hurt. We feel bound to the identity of what happened because in some way that's all that we have left. Yeah, okay, let's clarify this. I want to get some clarity. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, sorry, we've got that. Okay. Just throwing tarot at me. Bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups, really reconnecting with your own emotions. And it feels like a time where you really tune into and reconnect with your own emotions and not absorbing the rest of the world around you or worrying about what other people are feeling and the whys. Don't worry about the whys of what happened in this moment, but worry about your emotional experience of it. We've got the Eight of Wands in the reverse, the Four of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Seven of Swords. This is really, really challenging energy, especially if you feel like somebody wronged you. It's almost like you don't have the answers that you've been hoping for. You've been left with so many questions, and it's kept you, oh my gosh, it's just such a really hurt feeling, to be honest, Pile 1. If this isn't resonating with you, then please feel free to pick a different pile or a different reading, because, you know, this is messages that somebody needs to hear right now. And this is, it might not be for everybody, but there's almost this resistance, or there's been I want to say an inability to move on. There may have been no communication, and you just could feel very, very hurt, like somebody has deceived you. And their silence or their lack of communication has kept you feeling very stuck, very hurt. Clarifying the Seven of Cups, we've got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, Justice, and the Emperor in reverse. Somebody wasn't able to fulfill some kind of agreement. Maybe somebody didn't stick to their word. Maybe somebody didn't do what they said they were going to do. Somebody wasn't able or capable or willing perhaps to do the right thing by you, by this situation, by this relationship. Again, this could be career. Somebody, you could have felt cheated out of something, cheated by somebody. And like Justice, I'm intrigued by the fact that Justice is the one card in the upright here. It feels like you get to choose what happens next. And I think with the Emperor in reverse, they really want you to remember that you have power. You don't have to wait and put your entire life on hold, waiting for somebody else to do something. They really don't want you to do that. They want you to feel empowered. They want you to be able to make your own decisions. And it's almost a reminder that you can and should be making decisions for yourself to move forwards. Yeah. This Ace of Cups in the reverse feels very much like that sense of loss. Whatever this is, it feels really important to you. And there is a sense that this could be very raw still. For others of you, it could be something that you feel in many ways is resolved, but occasionally the story comes up within you and it arises with a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. And I'm just being told that there is a sense of healing beyond this situation. When you can step out of the story and out of the pain and really see that perhaps in many ways it's taught you something, it might have taught you a lot, and it's really going to help you to move forwards and to move on. But it might not feel like that at the time or all the time. Let's get some more messages for you. What can Pile 1 do to get through this? What's the most beneficial guidance for, Pile 1 to get through this? we've got the Star, the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Empress. The two cards that initially flew out as I asked the question were the Six of Swords and the Empress. Absolutely. Moving away from anything that holds you back from feeling like the Empress. Now, the Empress, regardless of gender, is a feeling of self-empowerment, of being, of the knowing that you are the conscious creator of your own life. A step down from that, or putting it in a different way, knowing that you are worthy of the things that you want, the life that you want, the opportunities, the relationship, whatever it is out there. You are allowed to have it. You are worthy of it. And the only thing that holds us back often is our perception or our engagement and holding on to an old story. It's really saying move away. We've got the Star, the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. There is beautiful new potential for something to come in, something real. But I feel like it comes when you have decided to let go of this, or you dare to dream and believe that there could be something better, something greater. And there is. The Ace of Wands is a brand new potential beginning, new passion, but something solid and stable, not just broken promises and, you know, somebody rushing in with all the right words, but nothing to substantiate it with. You've got the Ten of Pentacles to really ground this. The Two of Cups, very, very much a deep connection, an emotionally fulfilling connection, a reciprocal connection. For some could be a soulmate, but I don't like to throw that out there because not everybody identifies with that. You keep looking at your dreams, keep looking at what it is that you want. Follow what you feel you deserve. You know, ask yourself, what do I really want here? What do I really want? And then anything that isn't that, don't accept it. You know, don't accept less than you know you're worth. And the runes. Answers, yeah. Answers, definitely tune in. For some of you, this is communication coming in, but definitely tune into your higher wisdom. Isa and Lagos, Isa on its side, there is definitely the potential for healing and moving on, but you need to kind of zoom out from the pain and the story of what happened and try and focus more of your energy into what it is that you want moving forwards. You know, I know it's really cold comfort sometimes to chalk up our deepest experiences to lessons, but they have wisdom for us, things that we're never going to accept again. So do view it with, okay, this happened. I'm no longer in that story, but and I now know what I'm never going to accept or don't have to put up with ever again. Excuse me. With Pethro here, there is definitely a sense of fate. I feel like, you know, this is your higher self saying, you hold the cards. You can make choices. Again, we had the Seven of Cups up here. You do have a hand in the outcome by the direction and the intention of your dreams, your thoughts, your wishes, your energy. So please focus on what it is that you want to create in your life, Pile 1. Focusing on the old story will keep you in that dwelling state. It will keep you in that story. Allowing yourself to dream and to look beyond it, to imagine, daydream about a future, about future loves, about future opportunities, future jobs. Might seem like a waste of time, but you know what? If it makes you feel better, even for a few minutes, you shift the energy. And what you do is you allow for that energy to be invited into your life. You can't invite new energy into your life if you're still holding on to this past energy. So the more that you can do that, the more that you can release the past, the more you're going to allow in this new potential, this beautiful new beginning. And as time goes on, it feels like you're going to let go of that old story more and more. Heal. Remember that you were this Empress and that you can embody this Empress energy. Sending you lots of love, Pile 1. Take care. Bye-bye. And for anybody not on Instagram, apologies. I have to stick to a 15-minute limit on Instagram when I share these videos to Instagram as well, which I do around the full and the new moons. I will say goodbye properly, Pile 1, but I just wanted to remind you that all of my official information, if you'd like to contact me, is listed below. Prints, artwork, jewellery, and readings are all available for sale on both my website and on Etsy, depending on your country. So please feel free to check those out if you feel called. And if you like this, please drop it a like. Feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you here and see you again. So sending you all my love. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi there, pile 2. If you were drawn to this pile, then this is your reading. You were drawn to this artwork today, which is To Find the Path Through Darkness. This is one of my personal favourites. It's all about finding our way, guiding our way through really difficult circumstances and times in life. So, your oracle cards: the High Priestess, harness mystic power. Odin, guidance. Interesting. Wow. And we've got the Ten of Fire as well. So there's a lot of fire energy here. A lot of fire energy. You could, I'm getting, rather than saying, oh, you might be a fire sign, they might be a fire, whatever's going on, I'm actually getting that you might be working with some really fiery energy, finding that inner fire to find your way through a time in life that's been really, really difficult for you. It's almost like you're being called to level up and come into alignment, and whatever has been, whatever happened in the past, the messages you need to hear right now is like, don't stop. Don't stop. You have come so far. You have come so far. And your guides, they're just wanting to give you that nudge and say you were literally unfurling into an entire new chapter. You are leveling up, and you might not see it. You might be rock bottom right now and just be thinking life has fallen apart. But trust me, sometimes in order for things to come together, they have to fall apart first. And sometimes in order for the tower to rebuild, it has to fall. There is literally no way sometimes of seeing how the future is going to work out. But please take this as your message from your guides. They really want you to feel encouraged. They want you to feel empowered. They don't want you to feel lost or frustrated or alone. They want you to feel, they want to recognize what you have been through, what you were going through, but also give you some assurance that you are leveling up into something brand new. Wowzers. There's a lot of transformative energy about. And just as a reminder, while I shuffle, personal readings are available, and all of my official links and information is in the description box below. If you are on Instagram, please be very careful of the checking of my name, as imposter accounts pop up every now and again and they look like me, but I promise you they are not. I only have one account, and you can spot an imposter because all of the photos will be added around the same day, and they'll often have maybe a couple of thousand followers and no likes or comments on the pictures. And they'll DM you for a reading. It's not me. Okay, I'm actually going to put that back because I hadn't asked the question yet. They're getting cross with me because I'm talking at you, sorry. Okay, so messages you need to hear most right now. For pile 2, please. Messages pile 2 need to hear the most right now. Wow. I'm going to put those back. Yeah, I'm really getting this sense here that for some reason you think everything's not working out in your favour. Yeah. You could have been in some situations that have been really difficult. There could have been conflict. There could have been frustration. There could have been anger, hostility, crosswords. You could be feeling very much like, for whatever reason, you're not getting what it is that's due to you, or you've been putting in all this hard work, or you've just been grinding away. And for some reason, it's like you feel like things aren't working out for you. That's just what they keep saying. It's you know, we've got the Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Magician in the reverse. But I'm getting this is like how you feel, and it's a sense of frustration. And I was getting that with the channeled message, and it's almost saying like, don't give up. It's always those moments just before. You know, the saying always goes, it's darkest just before the dawn. It's always those moments where you really genuinely feel like this is never going to work. I just can't go on. that things somehow, all of a sudden, something shifts. And it's just saying, sort of, hold on, keep going. Yeah, keep following your passion. Don't give up on yourself here. We've got the Page of Wands on the reverse. There is definitely a sense of conflict. And I don't feel like this is inner conflict. I feel like there could have definitely been conflict with people around you, perhaps. Some kind of situation, some kind of hostilities or differences of opinion, of way of doing things that have caused some kind of division in your life, perhaps. But on a personal level, this has made you really question yourself, your value, your worth. And I almost feel like you've just been doing the work on yourself and waiting for things to change. It's like you've been waiting for this death, waiting for the rebirth that follows the death. And not a literal death, of course, but death is in transformation, is in the end of one thing, the closing of a door so that something else can open. Very, very powerful energy of transition. But there needs to be some kind of mindset or perspective shift, perhaps. Especially if you're stuck in this energy of feeling like this is just, everything's against me. Everything's against me. Because your guides are saying to you, things aren't against you, but what they might be, one of the messages coming through is that you might be being called into question who it is that you are surrounding yourself with, the influences that are around you. Things might not be working out because there is something better. And as I said, sometimes everything seems to fall apart before it all comes together. I'm not telling you, if you're watching this reading, that your life is about to fall apart, because this is present energy. You've been going through this. If this is your reading, this is how you've been feeling. It's not how you're going to feel in a few weeks or whatever. That's not how I read as a reader. If you've been going through this, your guides really want to reassure you that things are going to shift. Things are going to improve, to not give up. But also to stop feeling like the world is against you. There could be people around you that aren't positive influences, and it's not that they're bad people or negative influences just because of who they are, but something about their opinion about situations, about, it's something like limiting beliefs in the opinions. I've had a candle just go out just as I'm saying this, so this feels like really important for some of you. If you've got people that seem to doubt you, doubt your dreams, or tell you that things aren't possible, that things never happen, that never happens. I'm almost getting a message to say that you need to not allow that person's opinion to sway your personal vision, your clarity, your wishes, your dreams about your own life. Like, only you have the power to direct your own energy. The power of our conscious thought can be very easily swayed, or railroaded, or directed by the media that we consume, the people around us, other influences, especially people, think parents, long-term friends, especially if you've kind of undergone some kind of spiritual awakening, and these people may see things from a very different plane of reality to you now, or just in some ways things are different. I'm really getting that you need to be standing in your own power with the High Priestess and Odin here. You know, this is what they want you to do, to find the path through what all of these difficult experiences that you've gone through. It means relying on your own inner wisdom, your own inner guidance. Pile 2, how does pile 2 get through this, please? It's interesting they're pulling them out one at a time. I'm going to get one more. I'm being guided to get one more. Just one more. There we go. Interesting, the High Priestess again. Yeah, and the this is about recognizing your own power, recognizing your strength, recognizing the things that you're good at, the things that you want, recognizing what isn't good for you with this Five of Swords here, who isn't telling you the full truth, who isn't offering you the same level as generosity, kindness, openness, love, respect that you give out. Anybody that isn't bringing that to the table, it's not saying that you cut them out of your life, but more how much credence, how much power you give their opinions over you as the sovereign being of your own life. You know, if somebody hasn't got their own stuff sorted out, don't allow them to tell you how your life is going to go. If somebody doesn't have the same belief as you, they might see things very, very differently. That in itself is absolutely okay. But when it becomes an issue is when we allow, because it is an allowance on our part, other people's opinions to redirect us, to redirect our thoughts, our beliefs. You know, that's when it becomes an issue. And you're being told to return to your own sovereign strength, your own energy, your own happiness. You might find that this Ace of Swords brings in lightning clarity when you really allow. I'm getting for some of you, maybe take some time on your own this weekend, or just whenever you're watching this reading, if you can make some time to yourself, take some time to yourself and really clear your energy to get away from this sort of oppressive energy that could have, I don't want to say oppressive energy, because that might be a bit strong for some of you. For some of you, it might feel like that, but anything that isn't yours, basically, it's like literally, put it in a nutshell, the message you really need to hear right now is take some time for yourself to decide what it is that you want, decide what it is that you think, decide how you feel about a situation, what you think about it, and then from that point on, with your own clarity, with your own sovereign integrity about how you're feeling and thinking, make a decision. You know, it almost feels like you need a bit of peace in order to do that, in order to find that clarity. Because it feels like at the moment you might feel like things are being hidden from you, but I actually feel like it's just that there's a lot of people sticking their oar in almost. And not everyone's opinion is going to be correct. It might be correct to them, but this is all about you. Isa and Athala, yeah, there could be. It could be that there are family members or people that have been in your life for a long time that you do deeply love and trust. And you could really trust their opinion, but it doesn't mean it's the right thing for you to do if it doesn't feel right to you. Sometimes their opinion will absolutely be the right thing. Other times it won't be. You really need to tune into your own intuition and discern what feels right for you. This is an opportunity for you to grow. I feel like it's an opportunity for you to really, like I said, to level up, to embody more of your own soul wisdom. There could have been a relationship or some kind of partnership that has ended, maybe connected to work, and this has left you feeling hurt and a bit cold is what I'm being told. But you're entering a new cycle. If money and things are difficult at the moment, trust that this wheel is going to turn. But it turns, and you have to believe it's going to turn, and you have to almost drive the change from within in believing that things are going to improve, that circumstances can improve, that things can get better. Communicate your new beginnings to the divine, to higher consciousness, to the universe, to your gods, guides, ancestors, whoever it is. Write it down this full moon. Make a list of the new things that you want to see and experience in your life. Call it in the most beautiful, positive way. You know, write that list and set those intentions. Because there's a feeling of here, if you're clear in your communication, it's going to yield very positive results. And I do feel like you're going to come to a time where things are profitable for you. And I don't think that's just financial, but energetically and emotionally, Pile 2. It feels like an opportunity to move forwards and to really grow within yourself and to step into this new vision of yourself in a really empowered way, and to realize that you have more power and control of your life than you've perhaps realized before. So I'll leave this here. As always, personal readings are available if I can assist you. All of the artwork, jewellery and various other items are available in both my Etsy store and my website. And I'll just thank you for being here, sending you all my love. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. And I will see you in another reading. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi there, pile 3. If you were drawn to this pile, then this is your reading. You were drawn to this artwork today and the Herkimer diamond. You were drawn to the artwork of finding strength. So let's see what comes through for you. I've got some oracle cards here. Traveler, move in a new direction. His war. And self in reverse. Wow. I'm instantly getting that you've been at war with yourself. There could have been a lot of conflict around you, which is interesting because it was quite a central theme of my full moon message, intuitive messages for this full moon in July. However, you could have been at war with yourself, or the conflict around you. There is a sense of conflict outside of you that's led you to forgo yourself in some way. And it's like whatever it was, this hostile situation could have been a breakup. It's like you're moving beyond that now, and you're going to move in a new direction. It's like moving to, for some of you, it could literally physically be moving. If war has been an issue where you live, that's going to be specific for somebody, but there definitely feels like a call for change. A call for change. That's what it is. That's what they're trying to say to me. A call for a new way of doing things. This traveler moving in a new direction. If a situation has been, there has been a lot of chaos and conflict, it's almost like saying there is a new way of doing things, a way that doesn't damage you in the process. And it's almost saying, you know, it's time to step away from this old way of doing things, from this old energy of feeling really hurt and at constant war with either yourself or others. There is a new way forwards. As I shuffle, just going to remind you that if you'd like a personal reading, then they are available. All of my official links and information is in the description box below. And if you follow me on Instagram, please do be mindful of the spelling of my name. There have been some imposter accounts that look like me, but they are not me. So do be extra careful. I will never message you and ask you if you want a reading. That is, unfortunately, one of the traits of these imposter accounts. And it's not just me, they do it too. Let's get your tarot. Okay. I'm going to take the ones that landed upside down. That landed right way up, sorry. Let's take that one too. Because they just flew. Yeah. Within a close relationship, a personal relationship, or somebody that really matters to you, there could have been deception. There could have been arguments. There could have been conflict. Somebody who thinks that they're doing right by themselves, perhaps, and not doing right by everybody else in some ways. With this Four of Cups in reverse, it almost feels like letting go of needing an apology or justice from this person if you've been at conflict with them. If I'm honest with you, I'm trying to read these energies. It's almost like letting go of needing anything back from somebody who's maybe wronged you. And that can be difficult. Let's get some clarity for you. Let's get some clarification. One more card, please, and then some clarification. I'm not going to take all of those. I want one more card, please, and then clarification. And I'll think. Ooh, this I like. Okay, let's clarify justice in the Seven of Swords, please. Yeah. You're going to have a lot to celebrate The wheel is turning for you. You are literally reaching the end of a difficult phase. All the piles have had a similar feel to them. So I don't know if the collective, or at least the collective I'm channeling for, is going through a lot of similar soul growth or experiences, but it feels like a slightly different way in all ways. For some of you, this is a marriage, and it's a marriage that has been under conflict, and it's like there has been no apology for some of the behavior. Now, I can't tell you what to do, but I do see, when I asked for clarity of justice and the Seven of Swords, we got temperance. There is a potential for healing here. We also got the Wheel of Fortune and the World. That is a lot of major arcana to come out. We've got 8 cards, and 5 of them, are major arcana. No, 4 of them are major arcana. That's a lot of major arcana. With the Wheel of Fortune and the World, it's like the wheel is turning. There could definitely be potential for travel here with the World and the Traveller. You could decide that it's time to close a chapter, to walk away from something and to do something new. You could decide that it's just time for a fresh start and you're going to pursue a dream of some kind. You could reach the end of an emotional cycle that has really been weighing you down and holding you back. That it's going to be slightly different for everybody viewing this, but there is a sense of completion and a new beginning, as they often are. There's also the potential for healing and celebration, because we have the Four of Wands. Now, I want to get another couple of cards of clarity. Messages, most important messages. I've got the Four of Pentacles, the Star in reverse, the Three of Swords in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Five of Wands in the reverse. Now, please don't be alarmed by the number of reversals. I've had comments about that in the past. I shuffle these decks between every single reading. You saw me shuffling the decks. You definitely might be feeling called to some of the other piles, pile 3, if that's the case, and you have time. I would perhaps go and watch them. There might be different messages for you. You've been holding on to heartache. Something that has been preventing you from moving forwards, from healing perhaps, but from really embodying this, that there is maybe some kind of dream that you want to follow. This could be that new beginning, that fresh start, something you want to move towards. It could have felt like something was holding you back. But what I can see is whatever you feel was holding you back, the obstacles are going to be removed. There is this sort of, I feel like you've been at conflict with yourself. And if it is, then healing is going to help. When we heal, we acknowledge what has been, but we realize that we're allowed to become something new. And for some of you, it's like this old version of who you were has been a part of you for such a long time. There is so many old stories that it almost feels like that's formed an identity that you sort of maybe share with people, that maybe your feeling is ready to, you've outgrown it. It's time to let go of it. And it's time to let go of it because there's something new coming. It's like a new beginning, closing the door, opening a new one and writing a new chapter. What is the most important thing for pile 3 to move forwards, to help work through this energy? Star, yeah. Remembering who you are. Remembering your wishes and your dreams. Some of you might identify as star seeds. Realizing that these dreams can be built upon. This vision of the future that you have can be built upon. I'm really getting this idea of wanting to do something new, something different, something in a new way. And it's like, this devil, there's just this devil on your shoulder that kind of talks you down. maybe puts you down. Maybe this is inner self-talk. It feels like you're not even, yeah, it's like when your back is turned. I feel like you're focused on what it is you want. You're focused on coming to a place. It feels like you're coming to a place when you're really focused on what you're building and what you're doing. You're building a more solid foundation for yourself here with the Ten of Pentacles. Something grounded. If this is a relationship that has been challenged, it feels like there is an opportunity for healing. There is an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to step into a new phase. And that comes from with building this new foundation. But it feels like you've both got to be committed to that process. And it feels like a conversation may need to be had about whether you're both in this together. You know, or whether it's time for you to build on your own. If you are, you know, currently single and this is more about work, then it definitely feels like releasing some of that limiting self-talk. Or it could be that, you know, not necessarily that you're single, but your relationship is fine, but whatever it is that you're doing, there is some kind of bigger thing that you were trying to build and do. Sorry if you can suddenly hear seagulls going crazy outside. It's really bizarre. There is some kind of bigger vision of something that you want to build or create, something that's really long-term. Something that's, it's like forever vibes. And I've seen 1111 twice now. I looked up at the camera and it was 1111. With the Devil, I feel like this is getting to the bottom of all of those reasons you tell yourself why you can't have, why you can't do, those limiting beliefs, those doubts. And the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, moving towards what it is that you want. Having yeah, know what you want with the King of Swords and go after it with the Knight of Wands. You know, with the King of Swords, it's like getting that mental clarity, knowing what you want, knowing what you deserve. With the Knight of Wands, going in the pursuit of it. This feels like really powerful, potent energy for you. And the moon's been out in every single pile today at least once. Definitely dissolving those disillusions. Things could be coming to the surface. These limiting beliefs, these old stories, patterns, habits could be coming to the surface. And if they're coming to the surface, it could be painful. It could be, you know, causing questioning of yourself. But you have the strength to move forwards, to move through this, to heal through this, and to go in the pursuit of your dreams. You're no different to anyone else, Pile 3. You are worthy of a beautiful, healthy, and fulfilling life where you get to do the things that you want to do and you get to achieve the things that you want to achieve. There's definitely a call for growth, a call for inner expansion, and this feels really powerful and really positive. You were definitely moving through or moving on from some difficult energy. There could be a call for change. You could be feeling called to make changes. You could be suddenly experiencing changes after a time when things have felt like nothing was happening. You know, the energy could have felt really blocked. You could have just felt like a constant struggle here with this war with self. You know, it could have just felt like a constant struggle. Now all of a sudden you're feeling a shift. You're seeing the changes. You're getting some kind of lift out of somewhere, some self-belief that's really rising within you. And where things haven't been happy, it's like there might have been a missed opportunity, a relationship, or some kind of disagreement within a relationship, something that didn't work out, that you might feel was the only opportunity you were ever going to get. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I feel like something really positive is coming in for you. I don't feel like that you see it, but you're being told to believe in yourself, to believe in your dreams, to believe in your ability to build a better future for yourself, with or without others. You know, it's just saying that the things that you've been doing have built a stronger foundation. And again, with this King of Wands, it's like you might not see it. It's like all of this work that you've been doing, you might not have seen the results, but it doesn't mean that it's not been done. You know, it's there, it's happening. So, pile three, I hope this reading assists you. Just a reminder that personal readings are available. I hope, as well as jewelry and artwork and all kinds of other things available in my stores, on Etsy, and on my website. I hope it was helpful. I'm just sending you all my love, and I will hopefully see you in another reading. Feel free to like and subscribe if you feel called, and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye bye.